Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and today's game is Gears of War! So I remember in 2006, everyone was saying, Gears of War is going to be the killer game for the Xbox 360. I was just thinking it looks like another generic shooter. Until I learned that this game was helmed by none other than the legendary Cliff Bleszinski, who made Jazz Jackrabbit and Unreal Tournament, two games that I really loved in the past. So that's what sold me on this game. Make sure to give Cliff a follow on Twitter, because he's awesome. So a year later, in 2007, when I first bought my Xbox 360, I bought it with three games. I got Gears of War, Dead Rising, and Bioshock. And Gears of War was the first game I played. And holy crap, it was one hell of an experience. You know why? Because I died a lot. A lot. Yeah, so we've had games in the past like Metal Gear Solid where you can use cover, but this game was one of the first I remember really emphasized the use of cover, because if you did not use cover in this game, you're gonna die a lot. I mean a lot in this game. So once I started getting the hang of the game, dodging in and out of cover and shooting and chainsawing the locusts, what really amazed me about this game was the environment. Now this game does not exactly take place on Earth. I mean, it looks very post-apocalyptic, but it takes place on another planet. I think it's called Sarah. This game is very derelict, and it looks beautiful. So we could say it's beautifully derelict. And of course, you have your big cast of macho characters like Marcus Fenix, played by the awesome DiMaggio, who you probably know from Futurama. And I remember at Comic-Con 2008 for the Gears of War 2 panel, John DiMaggio came, on stage and said "You guys smell like shit." I mean, he sounded really awesome there.
You guys smell like shit.
And also you had Dom, Baird, and the Coltrane. I mean, I love that guy, Coltrane. And also, one of the things I really liked about this game were the enemies, the locusts. I mean, by this time, 2006, we've all seen our super menacing villains in video games. But these locusts, man, these guys look like crazy mofos, man. Especially you had, the regular locusts, like the boomer, boom. Especially and then you had crazy locusts like the berserker. Holy crap, every time you went up against a berserker, it was pretty intense. You couldn't even kill these things, and you had to dodge them, or you had to kill them with the Hammer of Dawn, which you had to fire from the sky, and then you had the Brumac, those big ass, big locusts. I mean, these enemies were pretty mean mofos, man, especially if you look at them up close. Although I heard the berserkers are women, though, so yeah, looks like the real housewives of the locusts are definitely the very tough ones. So one of the most difficult parts of this game I remember was at nighttime you had to go around this town, and then there's these bats called the krill, which tore you up exactly when you encounter them. They were the one-hit kill in this game. So you had to only go in places where there were light, and that added a huge layer of challenge to this game. Hey guys, I'm walking out and oh crap, the krill's gonna kill me! Yeah, and I also remember when you got down in the mines, there's all these little enemies that'd get all over you, you couldn't chainsaw them, so you just had to shoot them with your gun. Now, and I also remember the last boss, General Ram. I remember him being really difficult to beat. I mean, I could not beat this guy the first time I tried. I mean, he's surrounded by all those krill, you had to shoot him in the head. I admit I beat him by luck the first time. I just kept unloading as much ammo as I could in his head, and then boom, he finally died. But this was after 20 tries. And also, I remember really liking the multiplayer in this game. I mean, I don't really play a lot of online multiplayer. Sometimes I'll play a match of Halo, but the online multiplayer for this game was really fun. I mean, it was really satisfying chainsawing, other players. I So now you can definitely see why Gears of War was probably one of the best games of 2006. I mean, I love this series, man. And I went out and bought all the sequels, which I will cover in future videos, including Judgment, which I didn't really care for that much. But the main three, which were held by the legendary Cliff Bleszinski, are very, very solid games. Yeah, so I mean, you can get this game pretty cheap on eBay or on Xbox Live, but I highly recommend getting the Gears of War Ultimate Edition for Xbox One. I mean, they enhance the graphics, enhance the gameplay, and they definitely add a whole bunch of new things in it. And I got this pretty cheap for $10 on Best Buy when they had a sale, so I mean, just wait around for a sale and you can get it for pretty cheap. So that wraps up this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories on Gears of War. And so if you have any memories about this game, or if there's a game that you would like for me to talk about here on Awesome Video Game Memories, make sure to leave those in the comments below. So take care!